All right, Zach, I think we can go ahead and kick it off here today. What do you think?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so excited today to talk to you about how to master customer satisfaction and retention and take you through the AI powered strategies that are going to help you get there. We had this little poll going as people were popping in here, and it definitely seems like a heavy mix between large volume of tickets, accessing proactive data, and also just overall customer retention and driving those upsells, cross sell revenue. So we're going to talk about some strategies to help with that today. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So as many of you know, we are Origin 63. We're an elite HubSpot partner that specializes in HubSpot implementation and change management. And we're actually on this special mission to prove that customer service and customer success teams can find everything they need inside of HubSpot. And I'm your host for today. I'm Sam Anderson, CEO of Origin 63. And I'm joined by my colleague, Zach, here, who's one of our in-house specialists and experts in customer support and customer success as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it right on over to Zach to get us started today.
Perfect. Thanks, Sam. Great. So working with customer experience and customer success now for over a decade, I've seen a lot happen in this world now in just a short amount of time. You'll see this graphic here on the right. You'll notice there's a schism between customer support and customer success. For many years now, these two were siloed, with customer support narrowly focusing on customer problems, answering and addressing those customer problems, and customer success focusing more on broader business goals. So very much in two separate worlds. Not only that, these teams were often in their own world, totally separate from sales and marketing, and you'd see very little play between those teams. This resulted in a few things that you would see in an organization. One is disparate tools with no centralized insights, right? So you have teams working in different tools, teams that don't translate well together or work well together. You have teams that are working inefficiently because of this. Lots of problems when you're not under the same umbrella. The second one would be little insight to empower proactive actions. And then the third one would be scaling customers means adding heads to teams. So increased cost, increased overhead, lots of stuff happening here by siloing these two teams and not thinking of them maybe as one. In our next slide here, Sam, I'd like to talk a little bit more about the new era. So out with the old and in with the new here with CX. This brings us to today in this new era. You'll see this line here that is like a full life cycle. I'm sure many of you have seen something like this before. So you have marketing, sales, service, and success. Well, customer experience doesn't just start after the sale anymore. What that means is the journey starts from marketing, attracting your prospects, capturing and nurturing them, followed by sales, engaging, converting those customers, and now post-sales is very much service and success together. So you have service onboarding, educating customers, supporting customers, success, empowering, retaining, and growing those customers. That is what we are going to focus on in today's conversation, and this is the power of HubSpot Service Hub. When you get this right, you'll see 83% have experienced increased customer retention. And what that means is supporting increased revenue, word of mouth marketing, overall organizational stability. Lots of good stuff come from this. You have that 84% successful increase in CSATs. So seeing the customer loyalty, getting those insights. Ticket resolution times, 13 times faster in ticket resolution times. So you're not only getting increased customer satisfaction, you're getting increased retention, cost savings, big time, and higher overall productivity. And then last but not least, 42% more tickets closed per agent. So you'll see increased efficiency, a reduced backlog, which is a huge thing, and overall just happier customers. We move on to the next slide here then, Sam. I'm going to give the mic back to you for this one and talk a little
Perfect.
bit more about what we're going to talk about today.
Awesome. Thanks for framing up the conversation here, Zach. So, what we're really going to dig into today are those strategies that are really going to help us power that post sales experience through the AI features that we're seeing in Service Hub. Specifically, the strategies we're going to talk about are AI powered self service, not only to boost that satisfaction for your clients, but also to make sure that we are getting them answers as quickly as possible, which will help us decrease that ticket volume. Agent enablement, so really helping the agents who are answering the front lines and giving your customers uh, information to have that information at their hands and work very quickly. Omnichannel communication, so being where your customer is, and then proactive insights for retention. So what's really exciting right now, and why we are doing this webinar today specifically, is that HubSpot has really unveiled the first ever time that we are seeing support and success together in one platform. And this is absolutely massive for satisfaction, for retention, because this is really the power of the AI features coming to life inside of HubSpot to give us the ability to do all these things under one roof. And the very first thing that I want to give you all a first look at is the customer success workspace. So this is a unified workspace specifically for customer success managers, customer success teams looking to manage a large portfolio of accounts directly inside of HubSpot. For those of you who might be on the Sales Hub today, it might look very similar to how you are working your leads inside of Sales Hub. Well, now inside of Service Hub, we actually have a specialized space where we can manage that portfolio as well. Now, one of the reasons why this is really exciting is not only the fact that this is so organized that we can be able to stay on top proactively our accounts that are coming up for renewal, but as you're seeing here, we also are introducing a proactive health score. This is going to be built from a combination of customer properties, so information that you're already storing across the CRM, as well as being able to incorporate custom events. So think of it as if you're a SaaS company, especially, and you are tracking all the behaviors of your customer on your platform, we're actually going to be able to bring that into HubSpot, combine it with all of the other information that we have, activities information stored on their record, and give your CSMs a proactive insight to churn risk. So this is not only going to give us the ability to make sure that we are proactively reaching out to people far ahead of their renewal, but also give us the opportunity to spot those that might be at urgent risk and that we need to jump on early on to really make sure that we are curtailing churn as much as possible. So this space is really going to be such an amazing addition to any CSM team, especially the success teams that are already utilizing sales today. It's all going to really integrate and give you that proactive insight that you likely are missing because you don't have everything in one CRM. So the customer success workspace is definitely going to be a huge, huge boon for customer retention in the coming weeks here. And of course, on the other side of Service Hub, we also have help desk. So this is also a really big difference in a lot of the point solutions for service. In the tools like Zendesk, tools like Freshdesk, they exist completely separate from the CRM environment today. And the reason that that is difficult is you don't have the context or even like the full roll up of what that one contact, what that company is doing with your team. So Help Desk is a workspace that is providing an all-in-one solution for support teams to be able to triage and work the tickets that are coming in. And on the right-hand side here, you're also seeing all of the information attached to that contact as that ticket is created. And what we're going to talk about is some more of those AI tools within Help Desk that are really going to give you that opportunity to see that satisfaction and retention go up. And the first one I want to talk about is AI Chatbot. I'm actually really excited about this. So this is the first time that we're really starting to see self-service be powered by GPT and allow for that natural language processing to really give your customers answers so that your reps don't have to answer frequently asked questions over and over again. So the AI chatbot can actually connect to your HubSpot knowledge base, but it can also now index content from your other website and own channels as well. So you're essentially building and training your own AI directly within HubSpot to help you curtail ticket volume. So this is a little example here on the side of what this AI chatbot can really do. So basically your customers can come to your site, ask a question, and the chatbot can answer that question with the information that we've fed it from your own sites. And if for some reason the chatbot is not confident in being able to answer that question, that is when we can go ahead and pass it straight over to live chat to a member. So a really cool way of taking advantage of AI to answer all of those questions that come through that are a little bit more of a perfunctory question, don't necessarily need a human to answer. But the other thing too is that this can also be integrated with webhooks. So if you are a business that is powering off of transactions, for example, and you get a lot of that like order status questions, the AI as well as the chatbot can actually ping a third-party data source to bring that information into this environment. So yet just another way of making sure that we are driving down the volume of tickets, but also empowering clients to find the information that they need right away. The other incredibly cool thing that we are seeing inside of HubSpot is service enablement driven by AI. Another feature that has been highly, highly requested over time. So here we are finally getting to a point where as we are seeing chats come in, we can actually show the agent a reply recommendation that HubSpot is, again, finding with the chat, the GPT in empowered AI. So that way, basically, it's searching the knowledge base, it's searching your own channel through those questions and finding those answers and providing those replies for your agents. So again, what this is going to be able to allow us to do is not only are we going to be able to work a larger volume of tickets faster, but your agents aren't going to have to spend the time trying to find the right information. They'll be able to review this info, to edit it, and to send it directly from this link. And that way we can, again, be able to provide that satisfaction to our clients of getting the answer quickly and getting the right answer, which are two of the most highly rated pieces of driving customer satisfaction overall. Staying along that same line of service enablement as well, we have our AI assistant for agents. So this is really cool because it actually sits on top of the tool that we were just looking at. And again, empowering our agents to have the right answers is just one part of the puzzle. The second part of it is to also make sure that we are answering with empathy, with clarity, and also giving the agents everything they need to be able to contextualize their answer. So the first thing that we've built into HubSpot is this ability to, as you're seeing in the screenshot, help to rewrite our responses directly to our clients. So agents can write their response, come in here, have AI help them rewrite it for clarity or change the tone, for example, which is really awesome, especially if we have agents all over the world responding to these types of inquiries. And it can also help them to expand and shorten as well. So again, another way for us to be able to give our agents a faster way of responding, but also to respond with accuracy and with care. The other piece that we're also seeing is the ability to summarize the overall conversation. This is really key because sometimes you have to pass off the chat, or maybe you need to pass off the ticket. A shift changes and more people need to get involved, or perhaps we are also escalating a certain scenario. So with the click of a button, we can actually have the AI go through the entire thread, whether that's email or chat, and summarize the entire conversation for the agent coming in. And that summary is only posted as a note to the agent, so it's not customer facing. Another way of just being able to jump in, provide quick care to our clients, but also, again, enable your service agents to make sure that they have all the information they need to provide the right answer. So some very cool AI tools coming here. And then everything that we've looked at, everything that we are capturing within the tickets, within the chats, can be reported on in HubSpot. And this is very, very exciting as well, because what we are now basically being able to see is that we are enabled as HubSpot users to create these reports using AI. So no more having to pull information into spreadsheets, no more having to figure out how we're going to report on something. We can actually use the AI assistant to help us build these reports. And what that's going to really enable us to do is get that proactive insight that we are always looking for on the support and the success side. Those metrics, the insights that are going to help us to curtail satisfaction issues, as well as be able to spot early on any trends that are going to promote satisfaction. And then also, all of that will level up to retention at the end of the day. So what we're really seeing with all of these AI tools coming together inside of HubSpot with the reporting visualization at the end is the ability to build HubSpot into that source of truth and give you that 360-degree view of your customer. This is what's really key to powering the satisfaction of your customers and driving your customer success at the end of the day. So, Zach, I'm going to send it on over to you. Let's do a quick recap of like some of the things that we saw today and some of those strategies that we're talking about that are really going to help support our teams in that satisfaction and retention side.
Perfect. Thanks, Sam. Yeah, guys, this is all super, super exciting news. As you can see, there are many recent product changes in HubSpot Service Hub. They're really revolutionizing the new era of customer experience. As you can see, there's a strong push for AI, self-service, supporting your customer service teams, and really creating efficiencies experience-wide, not only with service, but also starting from marketing, very beginning, interacting with the customer, engaging with them in sales, and then in that service handoff, and onwards with retention. They're really revolutionizing this whole experience and creating efficiencies and providing insights, making it obtainable along the way, which is also always a headache for a lot of people, is how can I get to this end goal, right? HubSpot's making that much easier, and it's taking the struggle out of it. 5 ways to increase satisfaction and drive retention. I'd like to start here on this slide. Really good stuff here, recapping kind of what we talked about today. And I want to talk a little bit more briefly about why these matter. Number 1, Customer Success Workspace. Amazing tool, providing proactive insights and preventing churn. It's creating that one-stop shop for your customer success team. They can log in, they know what to do, they have those insights at a glance, they can action on them. And of course, being in the HubSpot ecosystem, having sales and marketing in HubSpot as well, very easily interact and communicate between teams. Number 2, AI chat for self-service. This is amazing. And for some of you who have used HubSpot support chat before, it may look a little bit similar. So maybe you have a little bit of experience with this, but it's empowering customers to self-service and decreasing overall tickets for your service team to work on, potentially allowing them to focus on more of those heavy hitter tickets. And also for those customers who are unable to self-service, to be able to provide direct service to them. It's allowing yet another channel for your customers to reach out with, which is super important, giving your customers options and allowing them to choose. Number 3, reply suggestions. This one was super cool for me, right? Helping agents respond faster and with accuracy. Of course, then with this, it's reducing your overall first response time, time to close. Customers are getting their answers faster. They're getting answers maybe being pulled from your database or through that GPT, allowing the agents to get those insights over to customers faster, and also have the opportunity to get some suggestions on those answers, which sometimes is a little bit difficult for some people to think of themselves. So it's a little bit of helping your customer support team as well there.
Yeah,
Number
and Zach, just a point on that side too, as just a reminder to everybody, several studies have also shown that really what boosts customer satisfaction is being able to get the correct answer on the first touch. And the reason that we can get the first answer on the first touch is either through this like AI for self-service or by empowering agents to give those answers. So it's really important. All of these things really level up to what it looks like to give our clients or customers exactly what they're looking for when they're looking for it.
Yeah, Sam, that's a great point. Yeah. And think of it, everyone's had an example before where they've reached out to a customer support team, and if they can give you that answer right away, it's just an amazing experience. And you'll see too that the longer it takes to work towards that answer, there are diminishing returns to that. So being able to provide that answer quickly and providing the right answer and the answer that is what the customer is writing in for, fantastic for customer retention, customer satisfaction, boosting those CSAT scores, and really just a great experience. Number 4 here, AI agent assistant. Insane again. Agent support to handle customers with care. You saw that screenshot just a few slides ago. Being able to shorten, expand, provide different tones to the answer that the agent is providing, ensuring that the agent support is provided with care and in the desired tone of voice. That's also something that's just tremendous. Maybe you want your agents to reply with a certain tone of voice. Maybe you want them to be understanding or professional. You have that now at the click of a button where you can type something up and it changes it based off of those smart choices that you can make now in HubSpot Service Hub. The last one is, for me, saving the best for last. I think a lot of people have headaches when it comes to report creation, right? How do I even conceptualize what I'm trying to build? I know what my end goal is. I know that I want to see this insight, but when you get into building reports, a lot of times, especially with custom reports, they can be unruly. It can be really frustrating, right? With HubSpot AI created reports now, you have insights and trends in a few clicks. You're able to, as you saw in that brief video, just take a couple of clicks here and allow the data to speak for itself in just a few clicks of your mouse. From that as well, you're able to conceptualize and visualize what that report looks like and then iterate on it, right? So it gives you a good springboard, a good starting point, even if it is not directly providing what you're looking for from the start. It still gives you that springboard that a lot of people struggle to start with creating reports. So now the sky is the limit with reports. If you have a thought or a goal in mind, you can now visualize it with those AE or AI created reports in HubSpot.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
Sam.
for anybody who is joining us too that isn't maybe familiar with HubSpot as a whole, we also just want to bring it back to that message that Zach was mentioning in the very beginning, which is that satisfaction and retention are really a product of the overall life cycle, the overall customer experience. So being able to link marketing to sales and then have these post-sales experiences through the help desk, through the customer success workspace, is what really powers that full revenue engine to make sure that our customers are happy and that they are spending more with you or that they are renewing if you are on a more of like a subscription model. So it's important to think about this from a true end-to-end perspective. And these AI tools are really what's going to empower success and support today for those pieces. And we're starting to get a few questions, so I do want to jump over there, Zach, as well. First question that we had is, how is AI added to HubSpot, and is it available as a default or is it an add-on? I'll actually take that question. I'm actually really excited to say that HubSpot has added all of these AI features directly into your subscriptions. There's no AI add-on, which is something that we're seeing from a lot of other tools. Like Zendesk, for example, does have an AI upsell and add-on to your subscription. is really truly at the basis of the tools that HubSpot is and has been creating. So there are no upsells, no add-ons. If you have a paid subscription already for Service Hub, you will have these tools at your fingertips, even at Service Pro as well. So that was a great question. And then Zach, another question that I was seeing as well is just for some examples of how service teams are finding some efficiency with HubSpot. What are some differences that we're seeing between those coming from Zendesk, for example, over into the HubSpot environment?
Yeah, Sam, what I'm seeing with a lot of those teams for sure is we're seeing a lot of teams that are coming in, as I mentioned, a little bit disparate with their tools. They have a lot of tools that they're using and they're not all maybe connected or communicating. The teams not communicating. So what we also see sometimes as well is there may be some teams that are working in HubSpot already, marketing or sales teams, and service teams are working in Zendesk, and now bringing them into HubSpot. They're now all working under this same umbrella and able to communicate efficiently and work together. They see the same data. They are able to pull on the same insights. They're able to service that customer from start to finish, and hopefully it never finishes. They retain them forever. That's one of the main things that I'm seeing. Additionally, with the new updates here with HubSpot Service Hub, and specifically with that customer success workspace, help desk as well, you're really seeing that traditional workspace for agents to kind of come in, sit down, as you would see potentially with sales, right? You're able to come in, sit down, see your tasks at hand, be able to work on those items and initiatives that are most important. With help desk as well, you're able to get a full picture of that the service offerings, right? So you have emails coming and you have chat, you have different views that you can work off of. The teams are in there. There's so much that you can do. It's like I can't even fit it all in one webinar here. Really, it's so exciting. And the fact that HubSpot is focusing on AI now too is really at the forefront of this customer experience wave. We're seeing HubSpot really championing this. So super exciting.
Absolutely.
We saw another question maybe come in as well. Nope, that's the one that we just answered. Sam, I'm curious, and maybe this is something that other people on this call have a question about. What
Yeah.
are we, as somebody who's working very closely with HubSpot, what are we most excited about?
Yes. Okay, so I'm honestly most ecstatic about the customer success workspace. This is really, truly the first time that we are seeing support and success in one portal. So, like the Gain Insights, the Churn Zeros of the world, and the Zendesk and the Fresh Desks, and how they all live separately. HubSpot is this amazing vision of bringing both under one roof. And the reason I'm so excited about it is this really is the bridge between the marketing and sales and the service side. So we've always thought of service as a cost center, but now we're really truly seeing the ability to turn it into a revenue generator and to be able to not only affect that through retention, but also to measure and report on that specifically for the customer success side. So I'm ecstatic about that. I'm definitely thinking we're going to do more content around customer success and retention coming up here too. But definitely think all of these tools are exciting. Customer success for me, though, is one of the most incredibly innovative parts of HubSpot that we're seeing today.
Perfect. Thank you, Sam.
Awesome. Well, we just want to thank everybody for joining us today, and we look forward to any questions that you have afterwards. But again, Hope you all found this useful, and we are looking forward to seeing how you can help increase your satisfaction and drive retention. So thank you again, and we'll talk to you all soon.
Thanks everyone for joining.